And we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches.
It's the Chiefs and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got a match. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, we'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. You talk about this Miami defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season has been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now, touchdown! C.J. Uzomah. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Sky Moore, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. On 4th down, here's KC punter Tyler Newsome. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And some room to run now. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now it's blocked. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Pacheco is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And it's now 13-7. They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Waddle's first catch, good for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tua going to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle. The Chiefs at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Aubrey now for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Mahomes now on first down. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now here's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Nevis on to attempt the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on third down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out in Denver. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Russell Wilson, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And that one, all tied. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. On play action, here's Tua, steps away. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Attack!
On play action, it's Mahomes. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. 2 and now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
A chant hit, and the ball is held. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They toss it to Pacheco. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
All right.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Now,
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That'll be caught by Rice. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And again, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock. limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
And they'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will be taken at the 13. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 28-21. Exactly 1 minute remaining. Mahomes, their 4-game winning streak, in great danger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Down to an egos Tua, and that should just about do it.